welcome back to Plasticity Live. Earlier today, I was doing this plasticity 3D modeling, just kind of like a random modeling, but I end up with something that's kind of interesting. Even though this is super basic and simple, I started with just the default cube. So I should have recorded this, but I will try to recreate it from scratch. So yeah, the default cube. I think I started with something like this, and I think I made a cut like so. I make something. I make this part rounded. I cut this part, and the next thing I did was to actually make a instead of making a box cut like this. What I did was selecting this edge and then spacebar, and by doing that I think let me try doing that. So I select this edge, spacebar, and I don't know, it goes into this construction plane, and I think I try to draw a box. Draw this from the center. I think it's similar to this, but it was actually a little bit angled. So I'll just maybe tap B, create a new body, keep the tool. I don't know why we cannot really rotate the objects. Just make this 45-degree by holding Control. Grab it. I don't know. I just want to make this cut. So select this guy and this guy, Q. Yeah, I think that's the thing I did. And then, I don't know, maybe not exactly like that. Just continue. I think I just tap O there and make like inner cut and just make a deep cut like that. I like the fact that Plasticity can just push and pull part like this. So let's save this very quickly. Random. So let me try again. Actually, I think the edge sometimes work, but it's better with the face. So select a face, spacebar. I'll make another cut. Hit tab. Sometimes I don't actually want this to be mirrored. Maybe B, create a new body, keep the tool. Once again, we are still in this construction plane, so I can just pull push this. I'm gonna make deep cut. Q. Right click. Yeah, I think this is how I got into that kind of shape that I showed you earlier. You can still push and pull. And at any time you can select any edge, and then you can make a bevel like this, and then also you can rotate the angle. It's kind of interesting. So I'm selecting this face, Control 2, and now we can bevel that part. Make this feels futuristic and modern. Same deal with this guy. Maybe we can push this all the way. Okay, maybe not like that. Yeah, like this. Isn't it? Yeah, isn't that interesting? And I think you can also G and then grab it. So we have like it's like an entrance to some kind of pod, like a controller system. I'm selecting with the Shift and Options. Make another bevel. Yeah, maybe I don't want. Yeah, maybe something like that. So if this is like a control, some kind of control system, and I can actually E and then extrude this area. So that's adding slight complexity. Or maybe I think O. I guess this square is not the prettiest. We want it to be rounded. Okay, so here let's try if we can make this part also rounded. I don't know why. Not everything needs to be rounded. Just feel more modern like that. And so you can just pull this part. Yeah, I still don't know what to do with that, but since we already have the detail, like, we can just around this area, or just make it slightly blocky, so that's also kind of nice. With a 45-degree angle, we can actually do this, which is kind of nice. We are back to straight, like with a straight panel, you can extrude more easily. So I think even though we can make cut at any angle, 45-degree and back to normal. Yeah, I don't know, that's pretty ugly cut. Let's try turn off the X-ray, turn off this temporary construction plane, and turn off the X-ray mode. Let's try to push and pull some area. You might get lucky and have interesting design. Hold Control, select the curve, and then rounded the area. Make that rounded. I don't know. It's always tricky, or you need to make decision whether you want it to be rounded like that or the opposite. Okay. Yeah, I think, see, that's kind of nice. Oh yeah, I made a mistake there. Corner, you don't like this corner, just bevel it. See this part? So we can always adjust that, not too far. Sometimes you also have a limit. I only crashed Plasticity once. So far it seems like really stable. This is the most stable NURBS app that I ever used, and it's super easy to use as well, so it's really powerful that way. So I don't know what else to add here. I can I can go crazy and make a random cut. Don't know why. For example, this face, and I want to make some detail. Spacebar, corner box. Just gonna push that in. B. I don't know why. There's new body and keep tools. Maybe create new body anyway. Right click. Make an array. X. X. Right click. Shift. Scroll. Okay. And we do the usual, like select the main body, A, Q, right click. Okay, we have nice detail. Since this is like mirror objects, before I do anything, this part, maybe I can make it rounded. Should I bevel some of this? Yeah, I think that's okay. Select all mirror. What is mirror? Option X. Right click. Q, and then it's gonna boolean itself. It's magic. Yeah, sometimes you can still adjust some areas. I don't know why you want to do this. It's up to you. But part like this, so you already have a bevel and you want to push it. Okay, feels slightly weird like that. Just gonna keep it. We cannot really do that. See, this is weird. So I'm just not gonna do that. Can we push the top? No. Push it to the bottom? Cannot. So this hard edge doesn't look nice. So select the face, Control 2. Make it rounded. Can I make it rounded? No. Okay. That's kind of nice. Okay. Option X, mirror, Q, right click. Okay, so that's another weird doodle, like a random doodle using Plasticity. I guess you can just keep going with this, endlessly adding details, maybe even create like if it's some kind of pod, if you have the bottom part, what will you do with that? Create a wheel, maybe, I don't know. Usually I end up with something like this, and yeah, it's not the best because maybe I don't have background in industrial design or architecture, so some details I seriously don't know what to do with some details. Can I pull this? No. Yeah, this could be part of like a spaceship or something, right? anyhow, if you're happy with this, if you try to export this, save as obj, save to the desktop. So you got a lot of options here: trees, quads, or n-gon. I usually choose either quads or n-gon. Maybe quad is better, n-gon seems cleaner, but quad is probably what you want. Quads with a limit. You don't want too many triangle, however. So I usually end up with n-gon and just save it. Oh, okay, my dad is calling, so maybe